What's up, guys? My name's Derek, and welcome back to the Sundown Audio unofficial YouTube channel. What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Just a quick little update on ProjectSPL. I demoed this thing till it literally fell apart. No joke, I'm having all kinds of issues right now, and unfortunately, demos probably gonna have to come to an end, but I'll give you a quick glimpse in here. Yeah, we got a floorboard full of parts, and even this little thing fell out from behind the dash, shorted out, burn up some wires that I hope y'all can see there. Let me get this out in the light. See, we burnt up some wires. It burnt all the way back up into the wiring harness in the dash. I had to jump under here. You can see some wires hanging down. Had to jump under there, cut it loose. But whatever has happened, oh, I got stuff like this falling out. I don't even know what this is. Don't know where it goes, but I got all kinds of screws and bolts and this stuff just falling out everywhere. So yeah, I've got wiring issues like crazy in the truck. Nothing stereo-wise. Stereo's great. Subs were great. Amps were great. Give y'all another quick look. I don't think I ever got to highlight all the amps in here in the last video. All 8 amps in, 8 SCV 7500s, 1 per coil. So you see 4 going up there on top, 4 stacked deep down here. Hopefully you can see through that rat's nest back there. And then all those awesome Nexus power caps tucked in the floor down there below them. I think this came out awesome, looks great. But yeah, back to the front end. Had no issues with stereo. Amps ran good. They didn't overheat, even being in direct sunlight. All that was great. Subs performed great. But at some point that afternoon, had some smoke start rolling out the dash. Got very concerned. Yeah, wires were shorting out, sizzling. Had to get in underneath the dash and could just straight up cut them out of there. Now the truck is going haywire. All kinds of gremlins in the engine bay, relays going on and off on their own, lights coming on and off on their own. The ignition doesn't even work right. It'll crank up. Went to kill it after pulling it off the trailer, went to cut the ignition off, and it didn't even want to cut off. We ended up having to pull a coil wire just to turn the engine off. So I don't even know what to do there, but something has fried big time in my wiring harnesses. Probably gonna have to gut the truck again, get in here, pull the dash completely apart. It's so screwed right now, as you see from the pile of parts on the floor. I just kept having to apologize. The guys at the show were getting in and screws were flying out, dash pieces, plastic trim panels, everything was breaking, and it's a wreck. It fell apart in here. But to give you another little update, bam, yeah. I don't know if any of y'all have ever seen the inside of the tubes. They're nothing special. There you go. No secrets or anything fancy. There's the first tubes. There's a video of them here on the channel. Me making these things by hand. I hand routed every one of those rings. The original U's I ran, these were built for those. The current Neo motors I run are a little bit deeper, so that's why you see the rings like these. Just some cheap little 3/8 board spacer rings I use on all the tubes to space them out enough to get those used, the current Neo motors to fit. And but that's it. This is the inside. So obviously subs are out. Now, I'm pretty sure I mentioned it, but why are the subs out? Getting recone. Old subs were dual point 5s. I had each subwoofer wound down parallel to 1/4 ohm per amp when I had only 4 amps, 4 NS2s. Now that I'm running 8 amps, at the last show I had 1 amp per coil at 1/2 ohm. Reactive wise, I'm seeing nowhere near full power. Well over 1 ohm reactive, not getting full power. I did want to do that initial testing to see how much rise I had to get an idea of what kind of different coils I needed to go with on my new subs right here. So these are all the same. Nothing fancy about them that y'all haven't seen. Let's see if I can stay still, cart. Same as I had before. The epoxy cones, epoxy surround, progressive roll spider. big 4-gauge terminals, nice leads, all that. So the only thing I had to change here was the impedance. Oh, real quick, check this out. Broke. Matter of fact, all my screws got broken and wallered out, the whole grill. It's a brand new grill. Broke it, destroyed, broke every tab on the bottom. Wow, wallered the screws out. That's a southern term, wallered. And I don't even know what to do. I'm gonna end up having to get some generic glue, some liquid nails or something. We're just gonna liquid nails, glue the whole truck together. I gotta figure something out with the dash because I haven't a clue how I'm gonna put all that stuff back together. But anyway, back to the subs. From dual 0.5s, I was rising up well over 1 ohm. I'm trying to get in the sweet spot these SUV amps have of around 0.7, 0.8. So I only went down a little bit in impedance. I'm using 0.35. So we're dual 0.35 coils, 1 amp per coil, starting at 0.35. Reactive, I'm hoping to end up around 0.8-ish, 0.85 at the highest. The thing that I didn't fully test because I couldn't, the louder I go, the more back pressure on the subs, the lower my reactive load is. With the half ohm coils, I can't get full power from the amps. I cannot turn it all the way up to where I'm gonna get my lowest reactive impedance. So I just kind of guess, took a educated guess from my experience of running the truck and testing and keeping notes, and figured 0.35 was my best bet. I was really concerned with going down to dual 1/4 ohm coils and getting each of these amps at 0.25, that I was gonna end up too low, which is what started happening to me with the NS2s. With the NS2s from 1/4 ohm, I was initially getting up around 0.75, 0.8, which was great. But the louder I got, the lower that reactive load got as well. And in some of the top scores I did here in testing, I ended up dropping down right into the 0.68, 0.69-ish range reactive, and that's extremely low. And the amps didn't like it. I didn't like it. I'm not happy getting down to 0.6-ish reactive. Now, when I've tested 7500s in the past, they haven't cared. I called 7500s the honey badger of amps because they don't give a cuss where they run. I've ran these things at 1/8 of an ohm nominal. I've ran them at 0.4-ish reactive, and they've not cared, not one bit. But the downside of running that low of reactive load is you're going to get a ton of current and very low voltage, because you're going to end up topping out on your current output, and before you come anywhere close to maxing out on rail voltage. And I don't want to get super geeky with how that stuff works, but you want to get the most power out of your amp. You want to max your rail voltage out at the same time that you can also max out the potential current output. Now, if you're not familiar, Korean amps are usually really overbuilt on the output side enough they can handle a lot of extra current output, which is why they do well running below 1 ohm. And I've seen 160 amps of current output from amps like these, and the downside is trying to max out the rail voltage while getting that much current. It's probably not going to happen, but anyway, that's where you got to play with your impedance, your nominal, your active, get all that stuff dialed in. It's all part of SPL. It's not perfect. It's a science, but there's so much you have to play with to get it dialed in right. And I'm still not done with the other stuff I got to play with. So, I got new subs. We're gonna go to 0.35. I'm hoping to end up around at 0.8. Another thing I got to change, and I'm hoping to get done this week, because this weekend, August 17th, Saturday, it's only a few days away. Sundown Show 2019 at Hickory Motor Speedway. There's an event page on Facebook. I'll try and put links to it in the description of the video. That's where we're gonna be. Huge show, hundreds of cars, thousands of people, biggest show on the East Coast. If you like stereos, you like hair tricks, you like all that good stuff, be there at Sundown Show 2019. So on top of figuring out whatever electrical gremlins I got in here that I can at least crank the truck up and get it at the show, getting my subs reinstalled, which is the easy part, I really want to get janky loading wall rebuilt. So you hear all that vibrating resonance. Matter of fact, see that screw? I put that screw in, hit it, the bass will push that screw back out. Nah, I don't like that. I don't like the, no. Remember, that loading wall's not even glued in. It's literally just there with a couple screws. That's the only thing holding it. So I really want to get that rebuilt this week. I think I'm gonna see a gain there. Fingers crossed it doesn't kill me on my reactive load. Getting the subs getting the sub screw back in is gonna be easy, but those are my main goals. Subs, loading wall. Another potential issue I've got to get in here and track down, fingers crossed it's not major, is when we got back here, I had to, I ended up going through some rain Sunday coming back from the show the other weekend. And when I got here, I came in Monday morning, got everything unloaded, I had 2 floorboards full of water. I'm talking puddles of water in them. Have no idea where it's coming from. Well, now that I don't have any idea, I'm not positive where it's coming from, I got an idea. So excuse me for this noise. As I've said in the past, the only thing holding this windshield in is the soft glue. When we were using hard glue on this windshield, shattering it every time I turned it up. Last one got put in, use a soft glue. The entire windshield flexes a little bit now. It hasn't shattered since. Only thing holding this windshield in place now though, is this tape. We've got the Gorilla Tape on it, and I'm gonna give you a close-up view here. You can see it tearing. That's how much this windshield still moves from the soft glue. It has torn the Gorilla Tape, look at that. So I'm in fear now that it has actually popped loose, that the glue is not sealing it shut anymore. It's loose enough, the windshield is flexing so much, it's torn the Gorilla Tape, which is inside and out. I've got tape on it. It's torn it, and it's now leaking, and it allowed water to leak straight down in there in the truck. So unfortunately, I'm gonna have to pull the tape off and get in here and see if the windshield is even still glued in, if the glue is completely busted loose. I had that happen at one of the first shows that went to at Newport. That was the first hit I did there. The whole top of the windshield came loose, and the next burp in the lanes trying to hold it, it cracked it. Fortunately, I haven't cracked this yet, but I'm thinking the glue is let loose. The windshield's just here flopping now. And that's gonna suck, trying to put a new windshield in this week before Sundown show. Yay. But that's what's on the plans. Subs in, loading wall rebuilt, check the windshield out, see if I gotta reinstall it. Fingers crossed it all goes well and I don't end up shattering a windshield this week in testing once I get all this stuff done, because that would suck trying to get a windshield in last minute. I keep a spare windshield here at the shop. It was back there in my office. I had to pull it out the other day, come to find out where I had it laying down, it's cracked. So my spare windshield is no good. I'm probably gonna go ahead and get a windshield on order tomorrow, just in case. So if nothing else, I have another windshield showing up. I can get one slapped in right before the show. Say a prayer for me. I know I've got my fingers crossed everything goes well this week and we can get this done. But let me know in the comments, guys, what y'all think of the amp rack. Did it come out looking pretty good? I'm happy with it. I do have a lot more work I'm gonna do back here. This is all functional first, get it in, get it at the show. Next, just give you a little preview. I'm gonna get in here, probably gonna do some trim panels or something around here. I wish I'd had time to actually go in and at least paint some of this wood. I didn't, but I'm gonna get it all fixed. I also, when you see I got a little voltmeter I just shoved in down there, I wanna do a really nice trim panel across here in the middle. And I think I'm gonna do some gauges, not just volt gauges, some different stuff. I'm working on some ideas, but I'm gonna do a big old trim panel across here in the middle, throw some nice gauges in there, some lights, some trim panels around the side, try and just cover up the basic bare wood look, clean this up a little bit. So let me know what y'all think about that. Good idea. Let me know any ideas you have. What's something you think would be cool to see back here? Let me know in the comments. I read them all, I promise. Even the comments you're like, oh, you don't really read all these. I see those comments too. And no, I'm not responding to every comment. I just don't have that much time. But I try to at least browse through them, even if I'm just sitting on the toilet taking a crap, browse through some YouTube comments real quick. So that's it. Yeah, let me know what y'all think. Got one other surprise I want to put out there. Hold on, I'm gonna be right back. I gotta pause this for a second. All right, just had to run and get the surprise. So here we go. Little preview for y'all out there in YouTube land. Now, if you're on my Facebook and Instagram, you've probably already seen some of the stuff about this. I actually went live on my Facebook doing some of the amp dyno testing of this brand new Sundown Audio Salt 8 amplifier. So this is just a little preview. Coming Tuesday morning, the video will start getting uploaded. It's gonna be a multi-part series, but there will not be delay. It will go one day after the next, part 1, part 2. Just back to back. No having to wait weeks or months for a part 2 video, none of that. All the amp dyno testing. So I did a live video last week, just do a couple hits live for everybody, see what was going on, but I'll have a full video in the works, in editing right now. Every kind of test you can imagine on this amplifier, the brand new Salt 8. And this thing was a beast. I mean, a monster. 8,000 watts, freaking lulls. This thing, way more power, insane power. I think everybody on the live feed, the first time I hit it, certified runner to 1% THD, everybody's jaws hit the floor at how much power this thing made. So, in case you don't know, Salt, the reason we call them the Salt amplifiers, stands for Sundown Audio Low Voltage Technology, SALT, SALT. And these will be available in 4, 6, 8, and 12Ks. They're essentially replacing the SCV line, but that video is coming up Tuesday. Will be out in just a couple days, first thing Tuesday morning. Make sure you're subscribed to the channel. Make sure you ring that bell for notifications so you will be notified first thing Tuesday morning, Amp Test Tuesday, when the full test of this video goes live. We're gonna do everything from talking about the amp, doing measurements, showing off all the stuff, all the features, all the cool everything, all the way into full in-depth testing on the amp dyno, every kind of way you can imagine, including low voltage testing. So all you guys that scream on the amp dyno videos, what about testing at this voltage or this voltage? I run this thing through the entire gambit from high voltage to low voltage to everything. We do it, it's in there, multi-part series coming starting Tuesday. So that's all I got. Y'all know what's going on, see the finished product, know what's coming up on the channel next this week. Be hyped, make sure to ring the bell for notifications. You're not gonna wanna miss the amp test of this monster. Whoa, got a ton of work to get done for Sundown show, so don't forget, this Saturday, Hickory, North Carolina, Hickory Motor Speedway, Sundown Show 2019. It's gonna be massive, and hope to see y'all there, guys. But that's it, wrapping it up. Don't forget to check out sundownunofficial.com for all your Sundown Audio t-shirt needs. Again, I wear these shirts all the time, my straight clipping shirts. I got a pair of them. Seems like I always got one on when I'm wearing a video, so don't forget to visit straightclipping.com. Check out dvsdesigns.com for all your bass head gear. Awesome t-shirts on that site. They will also be coming to Sundown Show, setting up a booth, selling t-shirts in person, tons of the straight clipping apparel. Again, this weekend, Sundown Show 2019. So that's it, guys. I gotta run. Till next time, we will see y'all then.